Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Catherine Jones here with the Beautiful Muslimah Project. Excited that you're back again for another session on how you are the beautiful Muslimah that you are and how you can feel that, live that and breathe that, inshallah. So we've been evolving the subject this month through filters and separate realities and trying to get to the bottom of why we're not okay. But actually what I want to embrace today is what I ended with last week and take off from there and say that you are okay. You might not be able to see it right now in this moment, but you are okay. There is nothing wrong with you. There's nothing to fix. You are okay. Yes, we can do better. Yes, we can improve. Yes, there's certainly work. Well, actually, it's not work to be done, but just certain places we can evolve to that are even better than where we are now. And that comes through knowledge and understanding of how we are as a human being and how it all works. And we've been focusing on the separate realities and what that means. And I want to focus on the fact that understanding separate realities actually means you're okay. What do I mean? Why am I saying you're okay when I don't even know you? Because every single one of us is okay. And every single one of us has our own separate reality. And our reality has been molded through our experience, through the knowledge that we've got, through basically the life that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has planned for us. And, sorry, the cat's bumping the tripod. She's rubbing against my leg. Probably hungry. So, you're okay because everything that has happened to you has happened by the will of Allah. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has taught us that He will not burden us with more than we can bear. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows that whatever it is you're going through right now, whatever it is you went through, that you could bear it. The other thing I want you to realize is while the things that have happened to us may color the way that we look at things, so builds that filter that I'm talking about, none of it is who you are. You are not what you went through. And she's going to make this impossible. And we are not what people think we are, and we are not our past experiences. We are living in how we are perceiving things in this very moment. Our experience right now is based on what our thoughts are in this moment. So it's very much moment to moment. Now, something that's happened to us in the past, it might have been something that at the time seemed very painful, very hurtful, very difficult, maybe even traumatic, some people might say. But it doesn't have to actually define who you are and who you're going to be from now on. The reality is that it's no longer happening to you, is it? Let's say it was something that was pretty big that happened to you, or it meant a lot, it was pretty big to you. It doesn't have to be that what happened was big, it felt big, right? It was scary, it might have been overwhelming, it might have been disgusting, it could have been any sort of things, right? And it's kind of left this story with you. And whenever that story comes up, you're now feeling not good. You've got those repeated feelings coming up again. And so in your mind, it's still affecting you, right? You're believing that whatever happened to you is still affecting you. What is actually infecting you is your thought in the moment, not what happened. Because what happened is finished. It's gone. It's over. This is why some people can go through something really horrendous and be totally okay in it, not bother them. And others can go through something even quite insignificant and it can be bothering them for the rest of their life. It's because it's all to do with thought in the moment and how you are experiencing this very moment. And it really goes back to that concept that we started with this month. And if you have only just jumped into this conversation this week, go back over the last 2 or 3 weeks of sessions, because it all builds to this picture that we've allowed those experiences to build filters so that now we're generalizing. Okay, let me give you an example. Say a particular type of person, sorry about the cat bumping the tripod, a particular sort of person bullied you as a child at school. Now, whenever you meet that type of person, firstly, you're seeing them through the bully filter and you're already determining that they're a bully and interpreting what they say and do from the perspective that they obviously mean to harm you, right? But there is the potential that just because this person is like that other person that bullied you as a child, that they're actually not a bully, and so you're misjudging them. And as a result also, you're connecting the dots somewhere usually in your subconscious mind, back to that bullying, and now you're having these feelings. So when you're around this person, you feel ultra nervous about them, or you think they're a difficult person, or you feel lots of feelings around this person, and you find it really, really, really hard to relate to this person, work with this person, be coexisting with this person in any shape or form, because you've made this connection subconsciously to what happened. And the thing is, it's all thought in the moment. It's not real. That person isn't the person that bullied you, and that bullying isn't happening anymore. And the awkwardness in your relationship may not actually be real either. It may be your thinking in the moment as well. The other person, they may not be finding the relationship awkward. They might be looking at the relationship from the perspective of, somehow feel I can't get a connection with this person, or they seem a bit awkward around me. I'm not quite sure what all that means. They might be just confused or puzzled about it. Or your reflection of what's happened to you and reliving it in your mind is now actually creating the difficulty in the relationship that you're having with that person. And so what you're experiencing back from them is a direct reflection of what they're picking up from you. See how complicated and deep this can get? But I want you to know that the reality is that your feelings are coming from thought in the moment, and that person is not creating those feelings in you. And that person isn't necessarily the person you think they are either, because you haven't been open-minded or given them a chance to be the person who they really are. And they even may not be behaving themselves around you because they're picking that up from you. And so now they're behaving from a confused place themselves and not their authentic self. Look at all those layers. Isn't it amazing? I'd love you to reflect upon where that might be going on in your life. Think about where there's people in your life that remind you of somebody from the past that you had difficulty with, and look at the relationship you're having with that person and see if there is a connection, and whether in fact the reason you're struggling with that person is actually related to your thought in the moment, or that person really is a different person to the one that you perceive they are. On that note, I will leave you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.